Welcome to Dr. Paul Marshall Science Talk. Dr. Paul has been studying martial arts for over 40 years. Dr. Paul's constant study of the human sciences and the physics of living has earned him 3 PhDs and is always looking to educate one's knowledge to understanding. Now welcome Dr. Paul Dyer, Grandmaster.
Hey, welcome to Dr. Paul Martial Arts Science, and we have a special guest. And some of the guests that we're going to be having on with me, Dr. Paul Grandmaster, on the AMAA Martial Arts Masters Radio Network. We are bringing martial arts to information that most people have no idea what they know. And again, that's why I call this my show Bridges, is to bring you from something you think you understand, think you know, to something you need to understand. And if you think martial arts and the martial sciences have no direct connection, because this is about healing lives. The last time we talked, and this comes out every Thursday at 3 p.m., and we talked about the emotional science to the martial science, right? And how it connects to the heart and the vibrations. And we'll talk always more about that because it's about a true connection. When we practice our living arts and the living sciences, it's about healing oneself. And I have Mr. Lyte Burly on the line, and it's the 52 block system. Now, most of you people around the world who's going to be listening to this may or may not know. And if you do know, you probably truly don't understand the 52 block system. And that's why I'm going to call Mr. Lyte. Mr. Lyte Burly, welcome.
Salute.
Salute. So
thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Let's get right into what's 52 blocks, and then we'll go from there. Okay?
Okay. Well, 52 blocks, unlike any other martial arts system, is exclusively defensive. Now, when you hear something like that, you think of, it's self-defense. And, all martial arts are kind of self-defense. But this is different with 52, because 52 is exclusively defense. And what I mean by that is that the form is taught without an offense. Your offense comes by default of a very good defense, which no other art, and I can say this is because I've studied many arts, no other art comes from that approach. And because of that approach, it builds up a whole different type of third eye. Like even when you go to the Muay Thai gyms, I love Muay Thai, and this thing is built around pain, bringing the pain. You bring the pain to your opponent, and if necessary, you stand and take some shots to prove who's the tougher man, and you're the tougher dude and you're the tougher fighter. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that approach. But 52 blocks within itself has a different approach over most of the arts I've studied, which is self-preservation first. Like, you cannot think about destroying another man's temple if your temple is not in order.
Absolutely. And now, now we're going to get into how people can find you, obviously, and you can put that out right now, because it's just like, when I talk to people, I get so excited. I'm glad that people are going to be able to hear this, but let's get that out there and get it out of the way right now. We'll repeat it later, but how can people get a hold of you if they have any questions about the 52 blocks?
Any questions
about or even not so much even about 52 blocks, because as humans and teachers and educators, more than what that is. So let's put that out there, Mr. Lyte.
Well, Lyte Burly 52 at Yahoo is one of my main emails that I use. I have lyteburly.com, the website. But the biggest way, which I've always been proud of, and I never want to ever felt that I got to a point that I wasn't connected, is you can call me. I have a line open. I don't care if you call me from Denmark, Egypt, Brooklyn, Queens, and that number is 347-816-5357. That is my personal block line, so that anybody that's called questions about 52 or may just want to talk about the defense, talk about martial arts itself. 165357.
Hello? Say that again, because we lost you a little bit on that.
Okay. That was 347-816-5357. The block line. Once again, 347-816-5357. And you can call if you want to talk 52 blocks or just chop up, self-preservation, life, where's martial arts going. I'm always open to those conversations. And of course, if you love boxing, you can definitely call me.
We'll have to do another show about boxing because I love science,
No, man, that's my thing.
It's studying the movement of action. That's what I do. That's what I do. I teach people who fight or who do movements, and it doesn't matter to be athletes. I teach them the kinesiology and the physics and the cellular biology of what they're moving. So I actually break it down all the way down into the cellular science. But with the 52 blocks, let's talk about the myth. Let's get that. Let's clean this up a little bit. Let's clean up the myth.
Okay, let's do it.
What is the biggest myth that really plugs your head like? Let's clean that up right now. This way
let's knock that out.
Right? Yeah, let's knock this. Let's kill it right here.
I'm down for that. People know when I come out, I have a critical eye on any martial art that I'm learning because I feel like I'm taking it into my body, so I should know about it. Just like food, I'm not just going to put anything in my body that I don't know about. So I'm very critical about every martial art and even my own art. So let's knock some of these 52 block myths out. And the biggest one, the first one, that you do not have to go to jail to learn 52 block. If that was the case, I would not be teaching it. You know what I'm saying? If one of the curriculums was you had to serve some type of time to learn this art, I probably wouldn't be a part of it myself. You do not have to go to jail to learn 52 blocks. The second myth, there is not actually 52 actual hand movements. It's more of a name. The name, just like any other name, I think 52 blocks was just more attractive and it had a better description of what you was doing than the previous names, which was like Jailhouse Rock, Bum Rush, and Stato and so on and so on. So the name is just, I think people like that name more, and it has a better it has a better definition of what you're trying to do, but it shouldn't get caught up too much in the name. And also, it's the 5% Nation that had made that name more famous because that name fit what they were doing, which was the 5 + 2 is 7, and yada yada yada. So that was their thing. So they were actually trying to make it fit what they were doing. It just happened that 52 blocks, the name itself, is the one that's more people. I guess it rolls off the tongue better. But the name is only to describe the system, which is the all defense system. So it's not really just blocks. There's clever footwork. There's a lot of feints. Like really, 52 within itself should be called 52 feints than 52 blocks. There are actually more feints in 52 than there are actual blocks. But once again, it was the 5% Nation that created that name. So, that's how that...
Man, I haven't heard that in a very long time. We used to talk about going and get beat by, but people thought that was just I don't even know. I'm a little bit, I'm in my 50s, so, dealing with the 5%, it was about real because they taught a lot. And so it was about, being a New York City kid, it was, there was a survival thing in the 70s.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just about just neighborhoods, even though it was about building a family. Now, those families did turn into other things, and you can call them whatever you want. Some people call them gangs, whatever. But there was a struggle that was going on that was really real, and it was really physical. Now the struggle is so much social media. It's not, or it's mental. But so now let's get into the healing part of life. With all sciences, a beyond the hands and the feet.
Yes.
And that's what, and I think that's a lot of stuff that gets missed. I think it's missed a lot. I think we focus so much on our students to study on their just applications. And then when we talk to them, we're trying to spit knowledge to them to say, hey, are you listening to me? Are you feeling me? Are you understanding me? And if so, how are you going to bring that into your true knowledge? And that's where some of the students go, what? I thought I was just here to work out. Nah, man. No, this is not just about working out. This is about it. And you can't get that. You might as well just go do CrossFit. Not there's nothing wrong with CrossFit. I'm not a CrossFit guy.
There's no, I can't say there's no spiritual pushback from CrossFit. I'm pretty sure there's something spiritual you can get from it, but it's not as deep as what you're saying. So I understand what you're saying. You might as well just go learn CrossFit. Yeah, because it's more of a physicality thing than, a spirituality thing. And I think all martial arts need that. Like, I don't really think you have an art unless, let's look at Krav Maga. Krav Maga is a breakdown of a lot of different arts, but what's the spiritual aspect of Krav Maga? It really isn't, because it's an art meant to rip noses off face and, get to the suicide bomber before he presses the button. And, it's an art of many different techniques, but it's not an art within itself. More than it's weaponized, and the art part has been taken away from it because it's took all of the killer parts of every art and put it into one art. So because of that, it lost the spirituality.
So let's get into the community you're in, and you can just say the community, or you can give it, but the community you're in has a lot of emotional sickness to it, because people feel like they're still enslaved, or they're emotionally or mentally enslaved. How have you noticed that them working with you in the 52 blocks brought that out? That brought that healing process.
When we was talking earlier, when I was saying what 52 really symbolizes. 52 symbolizes self-preservation, and that in itself, to me, is what makes 52. And this is not pushing it over any other art. It's just what makes it special amongst other arts, because most arts are built on the destruction of your opponent. 52 is built on bettering yourself. And because of that, you can show mercy to your opponent. The guys that leave me, they don't seek fights because we are so defensive. We respond. We don't react. So you become so good. You become so good at responding, which is the intelligent version of reacting. Just like we have the first responders instead of the first reactors. You get so good at responding that you can show mercy. Most arts don't allow mercy. Like I said, Muay Thai, you kick ass and wake up in the jail cell. Like, what happened? Well, you kicked his head off, he fell and cracked his cranium, and now you're facing 12 to 20. You know what I'm saying? In 52, you allow him to swing first. The most courageous thing that most fighters cannot do. And because of that, you can disarm him and use your words. Like I just did a video that when your defense is good and your words are right, there's no fight that you're talking about a 1 percentile of men that would still cross that line and fight you. And they got to either be very upset with you or they got to be dumb and crazy. And either which way you win.
I would say if someone attacks you, they're unhealthy. And, at that specific moment, you're not there to help diagnose them, but you can protect them, and you can protect you. You can protect your family. You can protect everyone that's involved if you are in that space within your heart.
Yes, and that space is defense and mercy. Because if you take the art of Muay Thai, or not putting nothing against Muay Thai, I'm just using the brace of art. If you take an art like Muay Thai, and someone comes to attack your family, what are you trying to do to hurt that man? See, now with defense, you can you can save him and yourself. The last fight I fought from a very defensive place, and I was able to show mercy for him and save us both from being, for somebody getting physically hurt. And he left the park and shook my hand, because that's what mercy does. Now, 10 years before that, I would have just scraped them, and I would have been going for the win, through offense. And that's what people don't understand, is that offense feeds the arrogant and the ego side of you. Defense feeds your humility. And this is why this defense is life-saving, because the art of 52 blocks says self-preservation first. I must worry about me first, not I must worry about eliminating you. And because of that, you can save both of y'all.
Now, even in the myth of 52 blocks about coming from jailhouse or prison, if you take part of that, and I'm not just saying that people didn't study the art in jail, that's not the issue. It's that it did save lives, because saving life was about not just the physical, but that emotional balance that you must develop to be part of the human race. So even in the 5%ers, most people you haven't heard about the 5%, but even the people who were educating other people, human beings, they were trying to touch you internally, not just on a physical level. And that happens in everything we do, whether it be in a park, a dojo, or dojang. It doesn't matter where you are. If your teacher's teaching you, it is touching you. And then if you are a student, you're receiving that healing information. Now, how do you apply that in your life? Is that up? Do you think that's up to the teacher to help you to understand that you can apply this to every time you jump on a train, bus, plane, touch your kids, touch your cat, hug your wife, hug your mate? Is that up to us to make sure you do that, or is it? Do you think it's for us to help you understand that that's what you really are?
Well, yeah, a teacher is a guide, and my teacher used to tell me something, and that I remember. He said, "You learn with me, but you understand by yourself." So in class, you get the lesson, but the understanding of the lesson is not going to happen in class. Like, we're not understanding the lesson right in class, because you're just now getting the lesson. It's when you leave class. Thus, the reason homework was invented, because when you go home, if you don't break it up in your own mind, it never really settles, and you don't reach the understanding stage. So no, a teacher can only provide the lesson. It's up to the student to understand that through repetition, all arts have to do what I was saying about the art having the spiritual side, that all arts should reach the spiritual, and it's in phases. And it's in phases. So if you're repeating something every day, like you go to your park and you throw a left hook for 2 hours a day. In the beginning, it's just you're throwing the left hook for 2 hours a day. 2 months in, you start talking to yourself, because you're quiet while you're throwing this left hook. Nobody's talking to you. Your mouth is shut. You're not talking to nobody. So you're talking within your head. So you start to hear the chatter in your head the first couple of months. And then maybe a year in, the chatter starts to stop and you start to focus. So now you're in the meditative state. Now, once the meditative state has taken hold, your spirit grows, and that's when the art grows way past you fighting. Like I tell fighters, like, if you train to fight, you shouldn't have to fight. And my teacher used to say, who fights all the time? People who don't know how to. And he's right. You don't really see good fighters walking around the street getting in the fight. That means people who are getting in the fight are emotionally, spiritually unhealthy, and they risk their physicals because of that. And that's why training helps to cure that. The real training of an art helps to cure those fires in you, and that's what it's really meant for. Besides, we all come into the game thinking, I'm going to be walking with my mother, somebody's going to try to jack her, and I'm going to bust out my Kyokushin karate. We all have those fantasies, but guess what? It rarely ever happens. And I know many martial artists, and they can't lie to me and talk about they getting in the fights every other game because they're not. It rarely ever happens because you gain control of yourself. So people can't really just bring you into a fight. You have to be fighting for a purpose. You know, I can't just be brought into a fight anymore through words and, you know, so-called humiliation, because of all of my training has, you know, pretty much shooken that out of me. So I have to, if I'm going to fight, it's going to be for a definite cause. Something's really happening. There's something happening, and I had to join the force. But other than that, I'm confident from all of my training to walk around the person, to go the other way. You know, even if he say, you know, hey, Lyte, you know, I did a lot of time. One thing I got in the beginning is we don't think you should be the face of 52 because you don't look like you've been to jail. See, and that's the mind of a sick man to say that, of sick people to say that, because their worst fears have been confirmed. I am the face of 52. And I did it with no scars, no jail record. You know, I can't say that I've had a beautiful past, but your past is just that. You know, I don't ever have to really talk about what I've done because it's all brought me to this one moment. And this one moment is the moment of 52 blocks is self-preservation. So it is one of the most healing arts you can be a part of. If you're constantly trying to make yourself better, you can't lose.
We're talking to Mr. Lyte Burly and the 52 block system, and this is Dr. Paul, and you know, we're here every Thursday at 3 p.m. at the AMAA Martial Arts Masters Radio Network, and we're bringing not just knowledge, we're bringing understanding to what you think you know, and that's the martial sciences, and this is why I wanted to reach out to Mr. Lyte about talking about the science of the education of 52 blocks. Because yes, you can go on YouTube channels and look at the 52 blocks and contact them, but there's more to it, and we always know there's more to it, especially people who've been practicing martial science for a long time. We know that there's more to it, but I wanted to hear from the mouth of the face of 52 blocks, Mr. Lyte Burly, and there's not you know, I'm always appreciative of my guests and people and the love and the brotherhood and the sisterhood that we have out there in our community in this global world. It's absolutely beautiful. People don't understand how far we reach to each other's lives, no matter how much we're walking. That's why even if the stuff comes down to where there's mayhem in the streets, there's going to be a place where we know that I call you brother, I call you sister, I call you mother, and I call you friend, and we got this. We're not going to let this sickness take over, because there's a sickness out there, like you said, Mr. Lyte. There's a sick. If someone attacks you, you're sick. Period. Plain and simple.
Period. Plain simple.
Let's get your information out there again. How they can contact you.
Yes, sir. Website lyteburly.com. This is where you can. I have, you know, the apparel, the DVDs, and some of my training tools that you can purchase. 52blocks.info. That's my other website where it kind of lets you know what I'll be doing, where I'm at, where I'm going. Lyte Burly 52 at Yahoo is the email I check most of the time. And of course, the block line 347-816-5357. Call me anytime, any questions, I'm available to answer them.
Thank you, Mr. Lyte. I really appreciate it. And you listen to Dr. Paul, Grandmaster on Martial Science Talk.
You have been listening to Dr. Paul. If you have any questions or comments, please contact him at drpaultire@gmail.com or 701-388-1899. Now back to Dr. Paul and martial science.
Hey, welcome back from my little break. You were listening to Mr. Lyte Burly. And Mr. Lyte Burly is just an amazing man. And we were talking with the 52 block system. The 52 block system with Lyte Burly is based off of self-preservation. So when I reach out and talk to someone about anything, especially when it comes to martial science, I want to get it down to, you know, often what's the inside of the art? What's the inside of the person? What's the inside of you? Because as you study all of our martial arts systems, and I call it the life living systems, we have a life-living system. It's life-giving and it can be life-taking. But the most thing I think people often gets missed is missing part of the internal action of the compassion that we are studying, practicing, and building with every step and movement we take. Just to let you know, you can always reach Mr. Lyte Burly at 52blocks.info or lyteburly.com. Now, if you have any questions, you can always contact me. And then this is called the Martial Arts Talk with Dr. Paul and Bridges. We're here every Thursday. We want to get you to understand that compassion is the ultimate development and cultivation we study in our martial sciences. In our martial sciences, we grow that life. We protect that life. That life is endowed to us. And we as human beings, consciously and subconsciously, bringing that together as one, are here to defend, protect, and live. You know, Mr. Lyte Burly, we talked, and you've heard that conversation. It's like if someone attacks you, they are emotionally sick. If they attack you verbally, physically, and emotionally, they are emotionally disturbed. We don't know why, and it's not our reasons to know why. If it's a close person to you, I hope they can answer the question like, are you okay? And then they can express themselves. Because like I tell all my kids, you know, and I'm a father of 9, 7 girls and 2 boys. And being family strong means to be express themselves. To be able to say, I'm not okay. And I'm here to listen to you. We can do that for each other. But as a community, neighborhood, city, state, nation, global nation, we have that connection where we can say, are you okay? And the other person can say, I'm not okay. We want that. In martial arts sciences, here at the AMAA Martial Arts Masters Radio Network, we're here to give you that information so you can learn it, so you can not then understand it. And because we're so personal, you can always contact us from the radio network so we can go over this with you. Because without your true understanding, your knowledge is not going to give you anything. We don't just want you to learn something. We want you to understand it. We want you to be able to practice it. Practice the living science. Practice what we are putting down. Take your notes. Take action. Without action, you have stagnation. And if you're not moving, then you're decaying. Right? So, thank you for listening to Dr. Paul and Martial Arts Talk. And again, we're here every Thursday at 3 p.m. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can always reach out to me at drpaulwdyer@gmail.com. Or you can call me at 701-388-1899. Again, like Mr. Burly says, this is not too big of us for you cannot call us to leave us a text and say, I have a question. You know, I would like to learn more things. So, until next time, you are listening to Martial Arts Talk, and I am your host, Dr. Paul.